Yo, it's FPL Roo, bringing you the stats, top picks, hot tips, all the league facts. They say Roo rock, that's all the flow. Subscribe, hit the bell, welcome to the show.
Yo, what's going on everyone? It's FPL Roo here. Welcome back to another live stream. So in today's live stream, I'm going to be talking about my team selection ahead of Double Game Week 25. We'll also be looking at the team news. The managers should have actually had their press conferences by now, so hopefully we can get some team news. Is Watkins going to start? I've heard some news about Gakpo as well, so that's a little bit worrying. I'm not too sure exactly what's going on there, so I have to do a bit of research myself, but yeah, not ideal. I've got Gakpo in my team, but yeah, leave your questions in the chat. I can see Christian in the building. What's up, mate? How's it going? And yeah, we'll start off with my team. So really good week, to be honest. Last week, yeah, smashed it. 146 points. I'm not even going to lie, 146 points. Yeah, can't really complain too much with that one. Obviously, I did go pretty much all out with obviously the double game week players. I did play my assistant manager chip on David Moyes, so obviously that worked out well, which was really really happy with that. Also Pickford, who I bought in, done very well. 10 points, got that clean sheet in the first game, which did help a lot. Virgil clean sheet the first game, obviously didn't do too well the second game because I did concede 2 to Everton. But yeah, again, 6 points, can't complain. Nico Williams, what a hero. One of the highest scorers this game week. Wasn't really expecting it, to be honest. He's very cheap. And yeah, although Forest did have a pretty good fixture, I wasn't really expecting an absolute thrashing of Brighton like they did. They absolutely smashed it. 7-0 against Brighton. That feels like ages ago, to be honest with you. So the fact that it was in this game week is a bit of a funny one. He got the goal obviously and got the clean sheet. Also, we got Robertson there again, good with an assist. I was thinking about almost kind of making a transfer just so I didn't have to play Robertson, because I didn't love the fixture for Fulham. It was Newcastle away, and yeah, they did end up winning that game, which I think was a shock to me anyway. I don't know about everyone else whether that was a shock, but for me, I did fancy Newcastle to win that game. So Robertson getting an assist is brilliant. Salah absolutely smashed it. 58 points, just incredible. 2 goals first game, 1 assist. 2 goals first game, clean sheet and 3 bonus. Second game, goal and an assist, 3 bonus. So yeah, 58 points. Those that triple captained him, fair play. Done really well. Rodgers disappointing. Palmer got an assist as well and ended up on 2 bonus. Chris Wood, honestly, since I bought him in, and I kind of wish I owned him earlier, but since I bought him, he's been smashing it. 3 bonus, 3 goals. Happy days. 17 points. I bet you're happy with that one, Christian. I'm guessing you're going to have Chris Wood in your team, being a fellow Kiwi. Isak, 2 points. Disappointing, especially being at home. And then Gakpo ended up on 7 points. To be honest, disappointing. Disappointing. Like I've said, saying that it was disappointing, but at the same time, the fact that if I took out Gakpo and got Slot, I would have got less points. So for me, having Gakpo blocked me getting Slot and meant I got David Moyes, and obviously David Moyes got 22 points. Manager win first game, clean sheet, 4 goals. Second game, manager draw bonus, an extra 5 points, and then goals scored, 2 points. So for me, yeah, David Moyes is the hero of the game week. I went up 700k, which is is ridiculous, but I did need it. Don't get me wrong, I did need it. I've jumped up to about 1.5 million, which is shocking, to be honest, for me. I don't think I finished, let me just quickly check, but I don't think I have actually finished less than think less than 100k. I probably finished less than 100k about once. I'll just quickly check that. So the last season was 154k. Season before that, yeah. So really about 200k. I haven't finished worse, and that was only once. Normally I'm in the top 100k. So yeah, it's going to be a struggle this season. But obviously, those of you that watch the channel have been away travelling for about 4 months, and I didn't watch any football for about 4 months. So now I'm back. I'm hoping to claw back some of that, some of them points that I did miss out on through obviously not watching games. But yeah, for me, I'm hoping I can do that over the next few game weeks, with the double game weeks coming up, with the blank game weeks coming up. I think that's a real chance to get a few points over the line over the people that are maybe not playing every single week. But I actually do feel like more people are starting to play FPL every week, so it could be a bit of a tricky one. We'll get in a few questions before we go into our Game Week 25 team. Good mate, just got off work. Currently happy with my team and hopefully Gakpo plays. Yeah, same. Need to change my assistant manager though. Yeah, so I'm guessing you've got Moyes then. Are you thinking Emery or are you thinking of going someone a bit different? I'm a bit gutted, to be honest. Spurs didn't make the final because I really wanted Ange, because I think there was a good chance for table bonus. I think if they beat Fulham, the game would have been Fulham, then they would have got the table bonus. So that's a bit annoying, but yeah, I have to have a look after I go through my team on what the news is with Gakpo. We'll be also answering a few questions after. So this is how my team's going to look ahead of double game week 25. So Pickford, Palace away. I'm really happy I made the move to Pickford. I did have Sanchez in at first, and obviously I don't know if anyone's heard the news, but Sanchez has basically said that he's not going to be number one. Take that with a pinch of salt though, because the fact that he's managed to get rid of Sanchez and play that new goalkeeper, I don't actually know his name, but play him instead as number one. I think he can definitely do that again. So for me, I would take that with a pinch of salt, but you don't really want a goalkeeper that the manager's saying he's not number one. So for me, Sanchez out as Pickford in was a brilliant move I made last week. Virgil double game week, Wolves at home, Villa at home. Really happy with him. Happy I went with him over Trent. Obviously Trent's back now. He came on at half time against Everton, but I still rather Virgil. I know he's going to play twice. He's probably, I'd say, a bigger goal threat. You might disagree with me there, but I'd say a bigger goal threat. So yeah, happy with that. Wolves are not the best in a minute, and Villa defensively are terrible. However, attack, they do look very good. So hoping for a clean sheet in the Wolves game, and then maybe not the Villa game, but I think one clean sheet out of two is good enough for me. Nico Williams plays Fulham away, and obviously Robertson, who's a Fulham defender, plays the Forest at home. This one's a bit tricky for me, to be honest with you. It's a tough one because I don't like the fixture for either team. I think Fulham away is going to be tough, and I think Forest at home is going to be tough. And to be honest, I can see both teams scoring, so it's a little bit annoying. And the fact that Feist, who would have been my fifth defender, and Estupinan, who's injured, the fact that they're not available to play or be part of my squad is a little bit annoying. So that is potentially going to be one of my transfers, but we'll talk about that at the end. Do I want to take a -4 for a defender transfer? Not really. If it was someone like Trent or maybe even Arsenal defender who I am thinking about bringing in, then potentially it could be worth it, because Arsenal got a good fixture, Leicester away. Well, pretty much a clean sheet. Well, likely a clean sheet. Let's not say pretty much a clean sheet. So that is an option, but for now, I'm going to keep that as it is. I think Robertson's attacking can always get assists. Nico Williams is attacking as well. This season, they've both done very, very well for me and for in general in FPL. This season, Nico Williams, his kind of attacking wise, he's only 1 goal, 1 assist, but he's only started 14 games. So for me, I'm not too stressed about that attacking threat. 7 clean sheets in them 14 games as well. So he's obviously playing a key part in especially the last, since game week 13, he's pretty much started every game. And for me, I do think he's nailed in that team, and I do think he can be an attacking threat. So for me, I'm happy with him playing this game. Robertson's been brilliant again, 10 assists for me. Only 4 clean sheets, so a little bit worrying. I don't expect a clean sheet from him with Forest away, or Forest at home. But yeah, I think his attacking threat and his assist threat, he can just pop up out of anywhere to get that assist. So yeah, for me, I am happy with playing them. I don't think it's worth a -4 to take them out. Saying that, for an Arsenal defender, potentially I could do that because if they don't play, then I've got Feist coming on against Arsenal at home. So yeah, not ideal, but at the minute they're not a priority in my team to take out. Let's see if we've got any more questions. So Christian, I think Emery might get 2 losses though this double game week. Yeah, I don't want to surprise me. I think their defence is shocking at the minute in terms of people. Consta's out. They've got a few players. I think they loaned out Diego Carlos. A few other defensive injuries, so it's a bit annoying. Slot, you could get in, you're saying here, by transferring out Van Dijk or Gakpo, or Iraola or Ange. Yeah. See, for me, Ange is not the one at the minute because Man United's not a bonus game. If you are looking at another assistant manager option, I'd probably go for Graham Potter. I know it's a tough game, but for a bonus game against Brentford at home, I think you'll take it, to be honest with you. And West Ham, I think, have been slowly getting better under Graham Potter. So for me, I'd go for Graham Potter if you're not going for Emery. Obviously, Slot, you can definitely see 2 wins in that, but it's whether you want to make that extra transfer. If Gakpo is out, I'll just have to check because I've been hearing something about Gakpo. I'm just not sure. Yeah, not sure basically what is going on here. I'll have a quick look now for you. Okay, so it says Tyrone Mings is available to play against Ipswich, which is massive for Villa's defence. And talk about where's Gakpo. We'll go through all the managers a bit later on, but I'm just trying to find some news on Gakpo. So Cody Gakpo is a bit of a doubt after picking up a knock in game week 24, according to Slot. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I think you could probably argue that it might be worth taking out Gakpo if he's a bit of a doubt, but for me, who they're going to play potentially play Darwin there. He'll play the second game. That's a tough one. I guess it's kind of 50-50 whether you prefer Slot as manager. You could obviously get 2 10-pointers from Slot, 20 points, and potentially that's going to be more than Gakpo anyway. But yeah, we've got another few comments here from Oliver. So afternoon, mate. Yes, Gakpo is a doubt. Yes. That's a tough one then. I have to rethink my team. We'll go for it now, but I have to definitely rethink my team because we've also had a double game week announcement, but we'll go into that later. Let me just run through this team because it's a bit redundant now that with the Gakpo news. So Salah captain, no brainer really. 2 good fixtures for him, especially attacking wise. Rodgers double game week as well, 2 home games. He's been doing very, very well in the cups recently. Not so well in the league. His performances have been okay, but in terms of delivering goals and assists, last time he did get an assist was against Everton away in game week 21, and before that his last goal was game week 19. So not in banging form in the league, but in the cups and overall, he's smashing it. Palmer Brighton away, I think that's a good fixture for him. Yes, they did get beat in the cup against Brighton, but I think this will be a little bit different. I think Chelsea will want to go there and put in a good performance considering they did knock him out of the cup. Palmer is another one that's a bit dry recently, only 1 assist in the last 3 games, and even in the cups he hasn't really done much. But like I said, I think Palmer's going to be solid, and there's a potential chance for him to actually play up front with Nicholas Jackson now being out for a good month or so. Cliver is my transfer in. I haven't done it yet, but I'm thinking of doing Gordon to Cliver. Obviously, double game week midfielder would make more sense, don't get me wrong. But I think Southampton away is a brilliant fixture. He's on pens. They're the worst team in the league. That's a fact. And yeah, he's literally on fire, the guy. So far this season, 11 goals, 4 assists in 19 starts. Over the last few game weeks especially, he's got 5 goals in his last 4 games, 2 assists. And yeah, the guy's on fire. And with Southampton away, Wolves at home up next, the next 2. Even the next 2 games after that, Brighton away, Spurs away. Then they've got Brentford at home, Ipswich at home. So really nice fixtures for Bournemouth. And they're doing so well this season. And Clivert is on pen. So yeah, I do really, really like this as an option. We'll go over to the forwards now. So obviously Isak, Man City away. It is a tough game, but I think Man City can see goals, so I'm not too stressed about that. Wood with Fulham away. Again, I'm not taking that Chris Wood. I think it is a tough fixture, don't get me wrong, but I think I could get away with that a little bit more because of the fact he's on pens, he's on fire. Forest are very, very good. So I'm not too stressed about that one. And then Gakpo, obviously, we just had the news that he's a doubt with Wolves at home and Villa away. And then Unai Emery is probably going to be my assistant manager transfer from Moyes to Emery. Ipswich at home, Liverpool at home, 2 home games. He's got Tyrone Mings back now, so that could bolster the defence a little bit. And I do fancy him to beat Ipswich no matter what, to be honest with you. Their form, though, recently hasn't been great, to be honest with you. In the league, that is, in the Champions League and Cups, they've been doing well. They haven't won in the last 3. They lost to Wolves away, which is obviously a derby. Drew at West Ham, drew at Arsenal. Which, don't get me wrong, drawing at Arsenal was not a bad result, but not winning in the last 3 Premier League games is a little bit of a concern. Even that, they've only won 2 in their last 7 games, so it's a tough one with Villa. But now they've got Tyrone Mings back. They've got a few new players from the January transfer window. Desassi's come in from Chelsea. Obviously, Rashford and Marlon and Asensio have come in. So I do fancy them to beat Ipswich. And then that Liverpool game, I can't see them, to be honest, beating or drawing against Liverpool. However, it is at home. It is Unai Emery. Is he going to do his old club a favour, Arsenal, and get a result there? Who knows? So yeah, this is how my team was looking. I'll get up actually a little thing from Twitter because I do want to show some of the team news and go through it and react to it. Okay. Okay, so we've got some news here. So this is probably the biggest news at the minute. So announcement: double game week 32 confirmed. Newcastle 2 home games, Man United and Palace, and then you also got Palace with Man City away and Newcastle at home. So it's not the best the best fixtures for for Palace, and for Newcastle 2 home games, very, very good. But obviously they've got the cup, which is not ideal really. Really, you want a team that only has the Premier League to play for, but that does kind of guarantee the fact that I probably will be wildcarding in either 31 or even 32, and potentially if I do wildcard in 31, then I could be playing my triple captain on someone like Isak in game week 32. Also, we've got some some things from the managers now. We'll just get that up. I think the main one for me is Watkins and Mings will both be in the squad versus Ipswich. Konsa is out. So that is big for people that are potentially looking to go for someone like Watkins instead of Gakpo. I think it does make a big difference for people that are looking to take out Gakpo because of that news. I'll read out a few of the other ones now as well. So Wolves, no new injuries. Hwang came off with a hamstring discomfort, but I'm not sure anyone's got him anyway. Man United, again, not really much to report. Brentford, Mark Flecken is available, so that is a big comeback for them. He's a very good goalkeeper. Crystal Palace, I know a few people were mentioning Eze in my stream earlier on in the week, but Eze, Sarr and Nketiah are available for the weekend. Decore and Riyad are out for the season with knee injuries, while Joe Ward's availability is unknown. Marco Silva confirmed William will be in the squad, and Reece Nelson will be out for a long time. So this is an interesting one. A lot of people are bringing in Clivert or have got Clivert in their teams, but his partner's just had a baby. But he said on social media he will be there for Game Week 25, so that's kind of released a few of the stresses that some people were thinking about for Clivert. Kanji has been ruled out for 2 months for City. Again, not much of a big deal. Big news for Spurs though. Maddison, Udogie and Vicario are all available for selection. Johnson and Werner have returned to training, and Odobert is on the grass. So massive comeback for Spurs, especially Maddison. Well, Maddison, Udogie and Vicario are all massive players for Spurs. I think that will see, to be honest, I think that will see Pedro Porro drop to the bench, and Spence play right back, Udogie left back, and then potentially the new, what's his name, Danso, and maybe Archie Gray centre backs. Maddison potentially could come in as well now that Johnson and Werner are out, and then Vicario I think will come back in straight away. I feel like he's been back for a long time. Everton, Njai is out for weeks, so if you've got Njai, take him out. And obviously Decore suspended. Kai Havertz season's over, which we knew. Ben White is now available. Newcastle, Gordon should be fine. So those of you that wanted to keep Gordon, he should be fine. Sven Botman will likely miss Game Week 25, but not long term, and Dan Burn is available. And obviously the big news is Gakpo is a bit of a doubt after picking up a knock in Game Week 24 according to Slot. I think that's pretty much it at the minute. Obviously we've already gone through the Villa one, so send through your questions now. I'll be answering any questions we have in the chat. So we've got Christian here. So Slot mentioned Gakpo had a niggle at the end of his press conference, kind of as after an afterthought. So it's not really he's like been asked about any injuries and he's mentioned Gakpo. He's like, oh, by the way, Gakpo had a bit of an injury, bit of a doubt. Okay. If you have Gakpo and get to Watkins, it's what from Oliver. If you have Gakpo and get to Watkins, this is what I would do, but I don't have Gakpo and I'm not going to get Watkins. Okay. That is fair enough, I think. We'll get up my team now on Fantasy Football Hub. If you are watching, please make sure you do like the stream. It does help me out a lot. It helps the algorithm, helps more people subscribe and all that. Okay, I'm just getting up my team now and seeing what transfers we can make, because obviously this is kind of big news about Gakpo. I think he'll probably play the second game, but is it worth them risking him for Wolves at home? I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. yeah, this is how we're looking at the minute. So I kind of got I put -2 in the bank because of the fact that I've made that transfer to Emery. Let's just say we're keeping Emery for now. So this is how the team would look. We'll put Gordon in for now as well. So I've got free transfers. Obviously, I've used one for Emery, so that's not ideal. Let's have a play around actually. So we've got. It's not. So it's another 7 million.7. Let's get in Arnie Slot. So I'm now -9, right? If I'm getting Arnie Slot, so I have to take out Gakpo. And I think the only player I'd take out Gakpo for is Ollie Watkins. So that leaves me -2.3, which for me is a struggle. I think the obvious one, now that I have taken out Gakpo, and I've obviously got a slot, is to take out Gordon, and that leaves me 5.2 million. And I can obviously get another Villa attacker, but I don't really want to because I've got Rodgers and Watkins. If I had Rodgers and Emery, then maybe, but not the fact that I've got Rodgers and Watkins. So I'm going to look at the 5.2 million midfielders. Obviously, I'd love to get a Bournemouth midfielder, but I probably can't afford him now if I did want to go this route. And this is also going to cost me a -4. So obviously Dango is the obvious option, player number 9. It is a bit of a short-term pick, and I would much rather someone like Cliver, don't get me wrong, but I don't think I'll be able to afford him. Let's have a look. 5.9, so I've got 5.2. So I think Dango would be the option. So I think this is how I'd go if I was taking out someone like Gakpo. The only thing with this one is Slot's got Man City away, but I'm not stuck with him. I could always go to someone else in game week 26. Again, it's not ideal using transfers on managers, especially as it's only for one game week, but that could be what I go for if I do want to take up Gakpo because of the injury and the doubt, and I could go for Slot, and then this would be my team. And then let's make them transfers. So that's confirmed. So this would be my team ahead of double game week 25 with Arne Slot as manager. We've also got game week 26. We'll optimize this now. So I don't think I'd drop Rodgers. So I'd go Iwobi here. And I'll probably leave the team like this. Again, Isak is not the best fixtures. I don't mind Watkins against Chelsea. I'd probably have to leave it as it is. Hopefully, I'd be making some sort of defensive transfer, but I think for now I'd probably leave it as it is, and then maybe make a transfer for manager. It's a tough one though, who to go for. Look at the fixtures. West Ham at home for Arsenal. Spurs have got Ipswich away, so that is potentially a good option to go for if you just want to play it a bit safe. Everton away from Man United. Obviously Liverpool and City play each other. Villa away. Yeah, so it's not a heap amount of options. You could say Arsenal, West Ham at home is probably the best one to go for. If you have a look at this, right, game week 4 prediction, or 4 game week prediction, again, you won't be going for City or Arsenal. Cunha, Bournemouth away, no, but you could go for Areola. That could be a good option with Wolves at home. But again, you're not getting bonus for that. Which, don't get me wrong, you don't have to get bonus, but if you get a 1 week punt, you're going to want to try and go for someone with bonus. Fulham, no. Newcastle away. How far are Newcastle from Forest? Could you say, yep, Newcastle beat Forest? 1, 2, 3. There's only 3 places at the minute. So if Newcastle lose in this game week and Villa get 4 points or more, Newcastle v Forest could be a bonus game. But I don't want to go against. I don't want to go against Forest, to be honest with you. Brighton could be an option. Southampton away. Palace, Fulham away. Again, I wouldn't really want to go with anyone from that. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. See, with Emery, I'd probably just keep Emery, but the fact that I'd have the transfer to maybe go to Slot because of Gakpo, it's a difficult one. Let's go Slot to. Let's go Slot to Arteta. Keep the money in West Ham at home. Arsenal should win that game. So this is just doing the wrong. Okay, now it should take me back. Okay, let's reset it and then try something a bit different. We got up a question actually. So from Daraj, so is it better to do a -4 for Bruno to Kluivert? I think not. -4. I don't think I'd do a -4. I think Spurs concede goals. -4 is a lot. You need him to get one more attacking return just to pay it back. Never mind gaining points. So for me, I wouldn't do that. To be totally honest with you, I think if it was a tougher game for Man United, I'm not saying it's not tough. Spurs have got a few players back, etc. But if it was a tougher game, then I potentially would do that. But for now, I wouldn't be doing that. To be honest with you, I think Spurs are conceding goals. Bruno's obviously on pens. Yeah, for me, I wouldn't be doing that for a -4. I'm not saying Bruno's any sort of player that you'd be bringing in, but if I don't think this is the right week to be taking out someone like Bruno, who's on pens. We know when he's on fire, he's a very good player. In terms of form, not really there this season. 5 goals, 7 assists, but he's still chipping in. He's still on pens, and I think Spurs concede goals. So for me, I'd probably not take it at -4 for Kluivert at the minute with that sort of game week coming up for Man United. Keep leaving your questions in. Please like the stream as well. It does help me out a lot. Send through your questions. We'll try something else now with my team. So I'm going to say, let's just say Gakpo's should be fine. Yeah, let's risk it. Yeah. So Gordon, we'll do the manager transfer first. I'll go to, where's he gone? Unai Emery. So he's 0.3 million more than 0.3 million more. So I'm now on -2. If you just joined the stream, please smash the like button. Help me out a lot. So this is okay, Unai Emery. So now I've got to make up 0.2 million. Let's say Gakpo's all right. I think Gordon has to be the one to make way. And I think to be as safe is going for Kluivert. think I'd leave it like this for now. Could take a -4 for a defender, but you got to get a clean sheet. It's not worth it unless I'm getting a Villa defender. It's not for me, to be honest with you. So let's just keep it like that for now. And this is the team ahead of game week 26. And I think I'd keep Villa, to be honest, because if Villa don't do well in game week 25, let's say they beat Ipswich. Let's get the table up quickly, actually. Let's get the table up. So say Villa don't beat Ipswich, right? Now say if they beat Ipswich, they go up to 40 points. They'd stay in this position because Bournemouth have got worse goal difference. So they're on 40 points, let's say, yeah? And Chelsea, I think that actually is away. BBC table predictor. I think there's a way to actually do it. So when I was at school, we used to be able to do table predictor. Okay, I think this is it. Okay, let me get this up. Okay. So let's just do Chelsea and Villa. Or let's do a few of them. Let's go Brighton, Chelsea. Let's say Chelsea win. Let's just do whatever. It doesn't really matter about goal difference that much. Go 1-1. Villa, Ipswich. Let's say 2-0. Newcastle. Let's say 2-2. Fulham. Let's say 1-1. 3-1. Let's say 3-0. I think Spurs will beat Man United, to be honest. Probably be a draw, 2-2. So we'll calculate. So obviously this is how the table will look. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's Chelsea above. Chelsea only 4 places above Villa, right? But if Villa or if Fulham beat Forest, say Fulham beat Forest, it'll stay the same, 39. Yeah, so really it can never really be unless Chelsea don't beat, even if Chelsea don't beat Brighton. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so it can't really be, which is a little bit annoying. Because of the fact, yeah, can't really be. That's annoying. Villa would have to not beat Ipswich, which is obviously not good anyway. But if they don't beat Ipswich, then potentially, so let's go a draw. If they don't beat the Ipswich, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places above, and then they need to not get a result against, well, not get a result, yeah, against Liverpool. If they get a draw, if they beat Liverpool, then obviously they go above it. But if Villa draw against Ipswich, only get 1 point out of the next 2 games, then potentially. But yeah, that's not ideal, and that's relying on Fulham to beat Forest, which I think is going to be a tough ask anyway. You could say, yeah, could you say that if Brighton beat Chelsea, does that make a difference? Not really. Yeah, so there's not really much of a chance. So it might not even be worth going for someone like Unai Emery, because you're only really getting one chance at bonus over one chance at bonus really, which is not bad, don't get me wrong, but yeah. So this is my team anyway. This is how it would be for game week 26. If you've just popped in, please smash a like. It's completely free, helps me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Make about 3 videos every week, live stream. Been struggling to do it before the deadline recently, but in the future will be before deadline as well. So yeah, this is my team for 26. Again, I'm not getting bonus for Chelsea at home for Villa, but I don't see any other team that is that good for this game week. So I'd probably just leave it on Emery. And I think Chelsea at home, again, not ideal. It's a team above them in the league. Obviously not that much above them, but it's a team above them in the league. So yeah, I'd probably just leave that for now as that. I could go to someone else, but I just don't like any of the fixtures, to be honest with you. There's no potential for bonus. You could obviously go Potter instead in game week 25, which is a bonus game against Brentford at home, and then it's also a bonus game against Arsenal away, which Arsenal away, I can't see them getting any sort of points, to be honest with you. So let's just leave it like that for now. And I think game week 26, I think this Stupinen has to go, to be honest with you. I don't really love playing these defenders. Forest, Newcastle away is tough. Okay, I don't mind playing Robertson, but yeah, do I want to take out? I'll probably just leave it for now, to be honest with you. Let's go to game week 27, where now I'll have 2 free transfers, and I'll also get my my money back for Areola. So I'll probably have about 2.9 million. See here, I need to start looking at the blank game weeks, right? This is why I'm thinking going for Watkins is just a bit long, unless you're free hitting. But I don't think it's worth free hitting, to be honest with you. I think you're better off wildcarding out of, because look, if you look at City, because really from the game week 29, you're going to want City players. Brighton at home, Leicester away. Before that, Forest away, Spurs away, Liverpool at home, Newcastle at home. I don't think you're going to want them. So even this game week, right? Even this game week, to be honest with you, I'll probably save the transfer again. If I went Watkins, then I potentially have to take him out. Save it again for 28. Okay, now can we bring in a few players who have good fixtures? I know Cunha's got a very good fixture in game week 28. So potentially you could do a move. Cunha, Everton at home, then they've got Southampton away. But I'd probably wait still. And then I'd get to this game week. And this is where I do 3 or 4 transfers to get out my Liverpool and to get out my my probably Villa assets. I'd probably keep Salah. And I'd go Gakpo out. I'll probably leave Virgil for now. I'd go Stupinen out. Let's leave that for now, right? And then we'll look at the people you want. I'd love Haaland, don't get me wrong, but I probably couldn't afford Haaland. So I'd probably have to go for Foden. What's happened to my team? It's just started me all again. I clicked the wrong button. Anyway, so I did Clivert. And then 1.4 million, and then I'm going Unai Emery. Save that. Okay, make transfers, save plan, and then we'll go to the next game week. We'll optimize this, and I'd probably, there's no way I'd drop Rodgers. I'd probably leave it like this for now, even though I don't love the defence, but I'd leave it like that for now. Save plan, and then go to game week 27, and then again, I'd probably roll again, to be honest with you. Stupinan's rotting on my bench, but because Nico Williams is not doing great with these fixtures. So I'd probably go as Stupinan, and maybe, ideally I'd like Gabriel, but I think I'd probably have to go for Gavardio, could be a good option. Out Nori, or even Chalobah, but game week 29. Chalobah's got Arsenal away, but them 2 home fixtures do look very, very good, to be honest with you. Let's just say Gabriel. It's not the best, but let's just say Gabriel. Okay. So this will be the team, and then game week 28. And I think the fact that Liverpool play Southampton at home, I've got to leave them in. Chelsea play Leicester at home. I think I just have to leave them in, to be honest. And then game week 29. Is where you do the big transfers. So let's optimise for now. I think Gakpo has to go. Mateta, if you don't want to, is probably going to be blanking. Or he is probably confirmed now, blanking. Let's have a look anyway at the forwards. Haaland, don't think I'll be able to afford him, to be honest with you. 7.5 million. No, but I think Cunha is the one to go for. Let's make that transfer, bring him in. And then I want to keep Salah on the bench. So I could line up like this, don't get me wrong. I could line up this. Ipswich away for Forest, they're very good. But really I want Wolves and Forest players playing the two worst teams. So I think Rodgers will have to go out. Do I go Rodgers for like Morgan Gibbs-White or someone like that? It is an option. Or another Bournemouth player, because they've got Ipswich at home in the next game. Let's say, how much have I got? 6 million. Let's say Semenyo. And then obviously Isak will be blanking as well. So this will kind of be how the team looks. You could go Isak out, maybe, but I think this is how the team looks, pretty solid. Obviously not ideal with Fires in there, but I don't hate it at all. I think I'll probably have another transfer. Could go Isak out, but then fixtures after are very, very good. So I think this is how I'd line up for game week 29. Let's go to game week 30. We'll optimise it. So the players come back in. Fulham have got Arsenal away, so they'll stay. We'll keep it like that for now. Let's just skip forward to 33. Game week 30, that's how it'll look. Again, Ipswich at home for Bournemouth, very, very good. 31. Again, looking good. You could argue that maybe it's time to bring in Newcastle players because they've got Leicester away now. You could even bring them on for Brentford away, but Newcastle players could be the next move. And you could even go Robertson out. I know it says projected fixture here, but it's very, very low. You could go someone like Iwobi out as well. Go for Gordon. Maybe even take out one of your Bournemouth players. Again, Cunha's very nice there. I'd probably try and make a defensive transfer. And I think Robinson out is not a bad shout for a Newcastle defender. Let's see what options we've got. Someone like Hall. Can I afford Hall? Yeah. Let's go for Hall. Optimise. Cool. So Hall's in there. And really, we probably want a Crystal Palace player in. Let's see their fixtures. Game week 30, Southampton away. So really we wanted to get them from game week 30. So let's go back, see if we can get Mateta. We could go Chris Wood out. Man United at home, Villa away. Again, not ideal. Palmer could go. Probably go for Muniz. Okay, let's just leave it like that for now. And then game week 32, which is the game for potential double for Palace. So you could go Cunha to Mateta. If you are just tuning in, please make sure you do smash the like button. It helps me out a lot. I'm just going through my transfers basically up until the double game week that has now been confirmed for game week 33. So yeah, if you are just tuning in, please make sure you do smash a like button. Let's try and get it up to 10 likes, hopefully, before I have to jump off. And okay, we'll make them transfers. Mateta in there. So yeah, Mateta in, and then we've got to take out to make some money. Probably a Wobie. We'll have to go. $5 million, who we're going for. Enzo, not really liking the look of that, to be honest with you. Nico Williams, Isaac, no. Palmer will probably have to go. To be honest, I think free hit in 33 could be a nice one. Liverpool have Leicester away. Arsenal have Ipswich away. Double game week for Newcastle. Double game week for Palace. That's not a bad shout for a double game week, to be honest with you. For a free hit. Interesting. But anyway, that's my team up to game week 33. Please leave a few more comments. I'll answer a few that have come in now, a few more questions. So, hello Max, what are you saying? How's your team getting on? So Max is saying, I've got Trent, Salah and Gakpo in my team, but I'm thinking of getting in Slot this week. Is a better move. So should I sub out Gakpo for Slot? So I got the same, right? I've got Van Dijk though. I got Van Dijk, Salah and Gakpo. For me, it's an option. If you think Gakpo's not going to play, then I think it's a good option. For me, though, I'm not too sure, so I'm a little bit worried about that. So it is a tough one. For me, I'd probably just keep Gakpo, to be honest. I think the fact that Slot has got 2 good fixtures, don't get me wrong, very, very good fixtures, but the fact that, for me personally, they've got City in the next game week, and I do think they're going to beat City, but do you really want an assistant manager chip to be played on Man City? Yes, terrible this season, but Man City, and it's Man City away from home as well. Do you want that? I don't really want that personally, and I think I'll probably make another transfer if I did bring in Slot this week. So for me, I'd keep Gakpo and not go for Slot, but it's completely up to you. Gareth in the building. So is benching Wood to bring in Clive a good move? No, I don't think so. I think Chris Wood is on fire this season. He's on pens. He's just scored a hat-trick, 7-0 win for his team, 17 goals, 2 assists. I think he's got the most points out of all FPL assets. He's on 154 points, or all strikers anyway, and he's second to Salah overall. So for me, taking out Chris Wood for anyone is not an option personally. But I understand why you might want to do it. Obviously, Clive's got good fixtures, but is there anyone else you can bench instead of Chris Wood? Let me know. Keep leaving in your questions. I have to go very, very soon, but I've got a few questions, a bit of time left to answer a few questions. So for me, I think this game week, I'm probably gonna have to. I don't really want to take out Gakpo. I just think it's not worth the hassle, to be honest with you. Potentially for Watkins, and then go with. It's a tough one. I think Gakpo has to stay. I think the fact that he said it as an afterthought, I don't think he said it during like the injury section of the press conference, if that makes sense. And also, if you're going Gakpo, you're probably going to Watkins, who is now back in the squad, but is he going to start both games? He could. Don't get me wrong, he could start both games, but then you're probably going to have to get Slot. Then he's got Man City away in the next game. Then you're probably going to have to transfer out Slot to get another manager. So for me, it is a tough one. I'm probably just going to do Moyes for Emery, and then bring in Kluivert for Gordon. That's probably what I'm going to be doing. Gareth, another question. So I've got Salah captain, Palmer and Burmo, Rodgers, Gakpo, Isak, Wood. Yeah, okay, very, very good. That I'd have to bench if I bring in Kluivert. Maybe Palmer, but it's risky. Yeah, it is risky, to be honest. And Burmo, you could bench in Burmo, but again, he's been doing very, very well this season. It's hard because obviously Palmer's on pens and Burmo's on pens. Rodgers double game week. Gakpo, I'd probably bench Gakpo. Have you heard the news about Gakpo? It does say he's a doubt, but that could be a good reason to take out Gakpo for maybe Watkins, but then you'd be left with the same benching headache. No, that is a tough one. For me, out of them, I'd probably bench Isak out of them, or Gakpo, because Gakpo has said he is a doubt. I do think he'll play, but he does say it is a doubt. Whether he's going to risk him or not, I'm not sure. But out of them, and if Gakpo does play, I'd probably bench Isak. Okay, cool. I'm going to wrap up now. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Please make sure you do like the stream before you go. Subscribe to the channel if you are new to the channel. I do release content 3 times a week, so we will be getting live stream videos. I had a bit of a break, so I was traveling, but now I'm back. I'm looking to keep going with the content and hopefully do a few more. We've got Gareth with another comment in. So I've got Ahmad on the bench, who I'll be swapping out for Kluivert. Yeah, might do Gakpo, thanks. Yeah, no worries, mate. Even Ahmad, that's a hard one to take out, because I know Spurs away, but Spurs concede goals, so that is a tough one. You've got a very good team, but it's a good problem to have, don't get me wrong. For me, Kluivert is very, very good, but Kluivert is very, very good. But I don't know if I'll be benching a penalty taker for Kluivert, if that makes sense. I wouldn't be, but even though he is a penalty taker himself, I will be probably benching Gakpo if you think he's not going to play. I probably think I think the fact that he's got a knock, they've got Darwin, they've got Diaz, they've got options. I don't think he'll be risked. He's not like a star player or anything. He's doing very well this season, but he's not a player that you need to risk. So for me, yeah, I'd probably even take out Gakpo, maybe go for a Watkins, and then bench maybe Isak or something. It doesn't feel right, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's a good problem to have. Okay, that was it for this stream. Appreciate everyone. Good luck for the game week. Smash a like on the stream as well. Does help me out a lot. And yeah, have a good one.
Yo, it's FPL Roo, bringing you the stats, top picks, hot tips, all the league facts. They say Roo rock, that's all the flow. Subscribe, hit the bell. Welcome to the show.